going, and they have worked a lot to get this annual meeting going. So we really appreciate the board of directors. Thank you. And Rosa, you're here somewhere. Where are you? There you go. I don't know if you know, Rosa has been doing many, many things. Not only is she the office manager, but she works on the calendar. She works on doing our money situation. She works on doing the wonderful newsletter. And she's been working on, if we hit the next slide, she's been working on Spotlight series where we're getting people to come in reference to different health situations or whatever types of topics. And she's really good at getting them to come in and talk with us. The other day we did something on infinite legacies about donating our I don't know what to say. Yeah, organs, there we go. Nice word to say. I don't know what to say. But anyhow, it was well received, it was excellent, and she's getting lots of good people to do it. She also is, I consider her the TVIH ambassador. So, Rosa, we are so glad you're with us. And now, this is Lynn Faircop, and she's going to give us, but we're all interested in seeing the financial report. Miss Lynn?
All right. Okay, I just want to make sure everybody can hear me, yes? Yep. All right, I'm going to ad-lib a little bit, and I'm going to read a little bit. So, when I came before you all last January, that was my beginning and my entrance into the financial directorship of TVIH. I told you then that we couldn't go on for another 2 years in our financial condition. So as I've been digging into details this whole year, what I saw is that we were headed in the wrong direction. And in analyzing the budget that I was given, many changes were made, and cost-saving measures were put in place, including review of our IT services, oversight of expenditures, compliance with required filings that weren't being done, hiring of a certified public accountant to ensure general accounting procedures. We now have a really accurate picture of where we stand financially. Unfortunately, that picture necessitated eliminating the position of the executive director. Overall, we showed a loss for 2024 of $29,831, much of that owing to payroll expenditures. And that's even with the grants that we received from Keller Foundation, which is $25,000, the Community Foundation of Howard County for $4,000, and the Maryland Office on Aging for $5,000. We also got local sponsorships for $6,200 approximately, and member donations of about $18,000. Our dues came to about $21,500 in 2024. And that's a little low because we were moving, as many of you know, to having all dues paid in January. I know that there was a little disgruntlement among people about moving those dues, but I just want to say thank you to everybody who helped make that happen. It's going to be a lot easier now to say, okay, we collected all the dues in January, and we're done with that for the year. And we'll know who's paid and who hasn't paid. Okay, so that's, where are we on the slides? Okay, so this is our cash position as of 2024. And you can see that when I took over, this was the end balance. And this is the balance as of of 2024, December 31st. So we have lost approximately $35,600 in our cash position. So what are my goals? Oh, I wanted to also go over, I think the next slide. This one? Yeah. Last year I also reported on these two issues that we had an employee retention credit that was owed to us by our IRS. Not true. We settled that out. that wasn't a true statement, and that we had an SBA loan. We did have a loan. I was under the impression, I was told that it was a grant. It was not a grant, it was a loan. That has now been paid off in full in January. So now we're debt-free. So, next. All right, so this is what we did manage to do this year. So I already talked about the dues renewal in January. We have I updated the budget for 2024 to make it look realistic. We negotiated decreases in the rent that we pay at our office. For 2 months, 2.5, maybe almost close to 3 months out of the summer, we don't have access to our office. And we're paying for it. So now we're not. We're paying, actually, we get to pay because we do store stuff there. So we get to pay a much reduced monthly fee during the months of July, August, and June. So that was done. And I started writing, I don't know how many of you heard me say, this organization doesn't have much in the way of succession planning. Well, I started writing a guide for the finance director. It's not done yet. That's one of my goals this year, is to finish it. So that was done. So next slide, please. All right, so this is my list of goals. Actually, our list of goals for the board, but mine specifically under finance. And that is to have a balanced budget. So there is an annual report that we've actually written. The budget is attached to the annual report. You will find that in the document library, and also there's going to be a link to it in the next newsletter. So you can go in there and study it, and if you have questions, don't hesitate to get in touch with me. It's fine. I'm going to learn too. So, fund stabilization. So we want to make sure that our bank account is growing, not decreasing. We want, my finance guide I already talked about. We're going to support the reorganization of our structure. We've already started to work on that, and we will continue to work on it under some guidance from the accelerator grant that we were able to get through Community Foundation of Howard County. Review processes and procedures. We're going to be doing that too. We've already started. As you know, there's been some movement in the volunteer committee. And we're reviewing those processes. We're helping that transitional piece so that it's smooth, and we continue to do really good volunteer work. And we're going to be reviewing the membership committee processes that link to that. So those are our goals. And Fran, you're next.
Lynn has done a lot of work on the budgets, and we really, really appreciate it. So I have no idea. Okay, I'm Fran Dummett, and not to be confused with Fran Lorenzi, that many of you do confuse us with. And Fran's not here today, just so you know. I'm the co-chair, I'm the chair of the publicity committee, and Kristen is the co-chair of the committee. Next slide, please. Some of our accomplishments were, due to Kristen, believe me, redesigning the website, reorganization of the YouTube content, revamping of the newsletter so it looks like a real newsletter, magazine type thing. We have initiatives for the Facebook, and we try to recognize our donors. Next one. I have to tell you, you know Harry Glass, right? So Harry, a couple of years ago, helped us work on the website, and we went and we looked at all these different villages to see which one's good. Now he said to me, Fran, now we're the model village. So thank you, Kristen, for that. We are now more, and Kristen can talk to this, more ADA compliant, okay, with the Americans with Disabilities Act. And our website is not just for us, but it's for the public, because we're trying to attract more members from the public too. Next, Kristen.
IT person not able to avoid feedback, right? I'd rather just talk out loud without it, but okay, y'all can't hear me. What Fran says, I work for Fran and Lynn. My two jobs are to keep publicity stuff moving in whatever direction we need for more IT-related services. I am of no designer, but there you go. It's something fresh and different and new. We're always evolving with it, especially based on your feedback. I also work for Lynn in any other way I can help you guys save money, reduce your budget, get rid of IT services that you don't need, and find things that are cost effective. Okay, social media. Fran has spent a great deal of time reorganizing your YouTube videos. What this does for you is gives you content to go back and refer to, and it brings in new people that aren't even aware of your group yet, because you'll get found on YouTube. All kinds of videos on there for the public to look, and you guys have your own set of videos. So let's hope that brings in new members by attracting people to YouTube.
And Joy has given most of those unlisted ones. We have like hundreds and hundreds, so thank you, Joy.
Thank you, Joy, for all your media services. Here's an example of how Fran is reorganized, so you can go in and look at specific categories of good stuff. Some of your guys' social activities I've seen, and y'all really get down, let me tell you. It's awesome. I love watching your guys' activities. Here are some references to external activities that can help make your lives a little easier, some things to know about. Fran updates these often. So you have internal activities, external activities, information, and also birthdays. Okay, so Rosa's been doing a great job on the newsletter, and now you have a whole list of archives of newsletters. You have it in a flipbook format, which is just something that you can swipe your pages, make it easier to read instead of scrolling up and down. You have all of your archives, and this newsletter reaches 1,200 people. So what that can do for you is bring in money, because we support advertising, to bring in new membership. Okay, so we do want that. And it could lead to grants as well. Facebook, probably the thing you guys don't use, but everybody else does. So your target goal on Facebook is to get more visibility for people who are non-members at this time. It's a great way to share advertising to collect money and bring in funds for TVIH. And it's what the young people do. So you want to get more young members in, freshen things up a little bit, so that's what we use Facebook to do. Where is she? Mary, you come on up.
Okay, Marion's also part, yes, sir.
Can one get to the YouTube channel just by going to YouTube and typing TVIH?
You can also go right to on our website where it says resources, and you go YouTube videos, and it's right there.
I understand, but most people in the world don't go through the village website, and everybody uses YouTube. So maybe for the public, it's better to say, go there.
It does do that also. Yep, that's good point. Thank you very much. Okay, good. Also part of our committee is Marion Berman, who's been doing a lot with sponsorships, with the perks we're going to talk about today, and resources. Next slide, please. She has gotten for us, where's Miss Mary McGraw? Behind hiding, okay. Mary, the Howard County Howard County Executives, Calvin Ball's office, has given a proclamation, because you know Mary, she started the Village in Howard 10 years ago. And so this proclamation gives her kudos on doing and supporting aging in the community for 10 years. So Mary, I don't have 3 hands. I'm so sorry. We really appreciate it. I probably love it very much. So yes, so thank you very much, Mary, for all your work. Okay. Also, one of the sponsors that Marion got for us was for our wonderful refreshments is from Capital City Nurses, and also Patricia LeVay. Where are you, darling? She's been putting this together, so thank goodness. I don't know how to do it, so thank you very much. All publicity future goals are. Where is Michelle? Michelle, there you go. We are working on publishing the Aging in Community resource, so that's going to be going on the website. We're trying to figure out how to get monetary support with Facebook, and we're coordinating publicity efforts supporting you all, our membership. So that's what our goal is for our committee. And if you are on the committee, please raise your hand. You are to be acknowledged. Thank you very much. Next, your committee chairs have done a lot of work in getting their information to us. So we have it for you. The chairs have contributed. Lynn has written and compiled it in one wonderful annual report. As we said, it's on the website, and it's under About and Future Goals, and it's going to be in the March newsletter. If you scroll to the bottom of what we talk about, the annual meeting, you can link and see the annual report. Okay, next. So next is our membership committee. Kim, raise your hand. Where are you, darling? Okay, and Carol Hess, the co-chairs. Some of your goals are, and achievements. Getting acquainted coffees, they've been doing them, and a lot of people have been coming to that. They're working on supported membership for folks. They are interviewing full members, who need to be interviewed, and thank you for doing that. They said, whoops, go back. Go back. Oh, you're going forward.
So sorry.
Okay, check. I love it, and I thank you very much for supporting our presentations. It means a lot when people from the membership committee or you all come and are there to tell what it's really like to be in the village, and you're proposing ideas for improved policies. As of 2024, there was 183 members. It's different now, but that's what it was at the end of 2024. Oh, I can look over there too. Okay. Their future plans are to work on the interview system and procedures, improve the buddy system. I think you guys are working on that. Recruit new committee members. All of our committees would love to have more people on it. And help with help you all with technology. You can help me with my phone. I don't know how to do that one. Okay. So, people on the membership committee, raise your hand, please. Be recognized. Thank you for your hard work. Program. Do program.
You want me? No, it's okay. All right. So, Kate Stevens and Marcia Birnbaum are the leaders of the program committee. They had this year 26 recurring events, 5 annual events, those are different than the recurrings, and 15 special events. They have an incredible list of all of the programs that they've done. And if you go and look up here they are. It's amazing. Take a look at this number. Big number. It's amazing how much work these folks do to create social programs of meaning to all of us here in the village. So those of you in the program committee, please raise your hand. Thank you.
Just be aware, Kate had here.
Kate has compiled 13 pages of stats on our programs. I mean, it is a lot of information. You know, how many people come, who registered, who didn't come. It's amazing. And we use that stuff for the grants. So we're very appreciative of her. Thanks. As you know, where's my friend? Where's Miss Goldfarb? Where are you, dear? I told you you'd be here. Oh, there you are. Okay. So you know, you do your walks, both of your walks on, what's that, Monday Meandering and Sneakers Saturday. Okay. So we have a lot of those. There are at least 18 people in those. Next. Our programs, does anyone recognize who that man is over there in his travels? Yeah. I used that picture, I loved it. So we have at least 552 programs, over 5,600 registrants, okay? Special events, I know you remember some of the things that we've done. Next. And their goals, They want to add more members, new members, continue to explore new programs, and I understand we have a new program coming out from a master gardener. We have life planning series, we have meditation, and whoops, go back. And they are going to be doing a survey, and we'll find out about that. Not used to Mac. Okay, next. All right, program committee, please raise your hands and let us acknowledge you. Program committee, you did a great job. And I have to tell you, I have the privilege of being in almost everybody's committee, and I can't tell you how wonderful it is to see everyone who has their passion. You know, the membership people have their passion there, the program committee have it there. It's just an amazing thing to witness. So thank you, all of you, for working on your committees. THWAG, I don't know how to say that. Anyhow, TVIH Healthy Aging Work Group. Their goals for 2024 were core prevention programs. And if you were in one of these programs, it's all of them. The NOx, box, medical marijuana, ER versus urgent care or CPR. Raise your hand if you've been in those. Did you go to any of those? Okay. All right. And if not, Joy has videoed them so you can see them on YouTube because they are very important things to see. Okay, well, go back. Also, they are connecting and can have continued relationships with Howard County health agencies. Next. Their future goals, they want to talk about what care managers want seniors to know, have advanced care planning help, how to carry identification, and Dr. Lynn Braulier, thank you, has an incredible resource guide that we are going to be putting out so you'll be able to see her information. And there's a nice write-up on her in the March newsletter, right? Okay. Healthy Aging Work Group, raise your hands, please, if you are participating. I know Kim, yeah, you guys up this side of the room. Okay, thank you. Pods. Okay, next. Okay, we have an incredible group. Where's Jenny? Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. I had the privilege of eating at Jenny's house when she had her pod meeting of her coordinators. And we have our neighborhood pods, we have our special interest pods, and truly it started, you know, in COVID, right? You think, okay, is it still going to be around? How could it possibly be? Guess what? That means there are over 87 people in the village in Howard who are part of a pod. 87. Give yourselves a round of applause. 87 guys. They are still doing friendship development. They are still having meaningful conversations. And it does help. You know that. We're all a certain age. Maybe a little lonely, maybe a little isolated. So it's really nice to have buddies in there. And I'm really proud of our pod group. Really, really proud. They're going to have a new group starting, and I put it on deliberately on February 25th, Solo Agers, okay? They're going to meet and greet at the Columbia Cafe, so if you are solo and aging, no, you're not aging, yeah, no, if you're solo, please attend, and it'll be really fun to go there, and it's on the calendar. Thank you. So their achievements, they reinstated the Hickory Ridge Neighborhood Group, pod. They created live performances, and their leadership went from Michelle, who started it, where are you? I saw you, Michelle, to Jenny. Next. So 2025, again, we're reviving solo agers. The pod size, they're assessing it. Are they more, less? Some of them are even opening up some of the times, some of the things, so thank you for doing that. We appreciate it. And they want to create 1 or 2 more neighborhood pods. So, if you have participated in a pod at all, raise your hand. Look at that, look at that. That is at least 3/4 of you. Awesome, awesome, thank you. Okay, fundraising. She's the money girl, you can tell, right?
I'm not as vivacious as Fran.
But you do have money, that's important. The money's important.
Okay, so fundraising committee. So Pete's the chair. I'm co-chair as liaison from the board. I'm sorry, here I am. Better? Okay. All right, so right here you can see our achievements for 2024. I think I mentioned them a little early on in my financial report. If you don't know who the Collard Foundation, it's actually Collard, not Kaler. We got $15,000 from them in 2023, And in 2024, they renewed our grant for $25,000, which was terrific. We really needed that money. We reapplied for the Maryland Department on Aging grant, and that's going to be a little iffy, I think, with what's going on in our country, in our government. We're going to see what's going to happen with them, which may be difficult in coming up this year in applying for grants. So it's very possible we're going to have to do a little bit more fundraising to make up for that. The Accelerator grant, that was really exciting. So we are one of 5 nonprofits who managed to secure a grant with the Accelerator program. That comes to us through Community Foundation of Howard County, and it's actually going to provide us with the strategic planning that we so much want to take advantage of, because that is the backbone of any organization. And we have actually, thanks to Marion, have secured a number of sponsorships in the last year. And she's continually coming up. She tires me out with her ideas of who can sponsor us. So there you go. And the Bull and Oyster Roast did raise approximately $10,000. Next. Okay, so these are fundraising goals for this year coming. First of all, we want to really nurture the relationship that we have with our grantors. Very important. We don't want to just get money and say, oh great, thanks, bye. No, we want to have a relationship with them. That way we will continue, hopefully, to access money in the future. We want to identify and apply for 3, maybe 3 grants. I think we're going to stick to 3 if we even get that far. And we want to get the continued support of the Collard Foundation. So those are our goals for this year in fundraising. In addition, we do have some fun coming up. And Marion's going to talk a little bit more about it, but we're talking about having a senior prom. Doesn't that sound fun? Yeah? Good. Okay. So that might be our big in-house fundraiser for the year. So we're going to go to Marion and talk a little bit more about that. There's some other ideas we can talk about as well. We have our annual fund drive and possibly a senior flea market and a grandma, grandpa, and me, which is a photo shoot that is just directed for our community. Okay, so fundraising committee, actually the fundraising committee is just, I think, me right now, Fran Lorenzi and Marion Berman. And we really would love to have more people come on. So thank you very much.
What do we call you, Michelle? A subgroup, work group, study? I don't know. It's whatever. Work group. Okay. So aging in community. Instead of aging in place, I really like the term aging in community because some of us live in our houses, some live in Vantage Point, whatever. So aging in community is the new buzzword. But Michelle has gotten together and researched with her group resources for us to look at, and we're in the process of putting it on the website, so she has a resource guide. You've already seen the Life Planning Series 1. Her goals are to have a succession plan to those and have, next slide, Life Planning Series 2. And these are some of the topics that are going to be going on, I think, starting March 12th. Does that sound right to you? Okay. And there's another extra dimension one on the bottom I didn't have to put down. But anyhow, we really love to have you participate in some of these really interesting things. And they're open, many of them are open to the public when we videotape them, Michelle? Right, except for dementia, the dementia thing, I think. Okay, good, thank you. So please, let's give a round of applause to Michelle's group.
This is a committee that's very near and dear to my heart. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. This is where I started in TVIH as a volunteer in the volunteer committee working in the office. I still do it when I get an opportunity. And it's what I really love to do. Those two folks there, Marie and Susan, have been doing an incredible job for so many years. And we'll talk about that in a minute. I want you to see here what volunteering actually, how it benefits us. Right now, the cost of a volunteer hour has gone up to almost $35. Just the service volunteers put in 1,000 plus service hours, just that group. Our other groups put in a whole lot more. So that's just one part. And we're providing services to people who cannot get out of their house normally on their own. So they're still staying in their houses, and we're able to provide them with transportation, friendly visits, and many times circle of care, which allows for folks to come home from the hospital and get some service till they're on their feet. So this is one thing, actually I was involved in that box, you can see that. So these are achievements for the year. The idea exchange, a semi-annual idea exchange, what that did was it allows the committee to get together and say, hey, I have this idea, I have that idea. How about if we do this? How about if you try that? So that's something that's done. We try to meet unmet service needs by talking about them. And we actually have a community service event. Marie put this one together where we boxed up all kinds of supplies and sent them overseas to the military. Goals for this year are to continue our excellent member services and commit to the moral support of our volunteers, especially during a transition. Okay. This is total volunteer, the whole thing. So I just want to say one thing about this. And I wrote this, and I wasn't going to do this, but I think this is really important. When I started writing the annual report, it really hit me. How do we start this? So I want you to hear how I thought we should start this. What makes the village in Howard what it is? In 2024, we found out, and maybe you guys already knew this, but we found out what our volunteers make the village in Howard. Those are volunteers, whether they are paid members, paid members or volunteers who are not paid members. It's volunteers who created and ran our many social programs. It's volunteers who keep tabs on our full service members and offer transportation, friendly visits, circle of care visits, and household maintenance. It's volunteers who wrote our grants for funds and put fundraising events together. It's volunteers who nurtured our new members. It's volunteers who managed and updated our website. It's volunteers who compiled our newsletter, along with staff. And it's volunteers who comprise our board and executive committee that guided our organization. So that's what I have to say about our volunteers. It does the work of this organization amazingly. So you can see how many, sorry, that's okay. That was a slide. That's okay. So you can see the value of our volunteers according to this hourly rate. And that's what we use for when we go to get a grant, they want to see that figure. And that figure is amazing. So thank you to all of you and all of our volunteers. Okay, you can go. Should we do this one? Okay. That's it. Oh, is this? Oh, okay. All right. You can grab that for me.
I'll get this up.
So this is the place where I'm get teary. Sorry. So this year, our heads of our volunteer committee are transitioning. One is already transitioned, and the other one's will transition soon. Don't do that. Don't you do that. So Maria's retired, and gratefully, we have an incredible bunch of volunteers. A few of them who have stepped up to divide Marie's job up and keep it going. So, wait a minute. How about,
So Marie-
wait.
You're too-
Can you grab that? I want to take one for each. I know. One goes to Susan, and the other goes here. I think you can be the delivery person.
Guys, the reason the heart is there, because again, we visited all these different committees, and your volunteer committee, as the tears as I see in Lynn's eyes, is the heart of the village. So just kind of be aware, you guys are very special, we love you very much, and you do what we can't do. We don't know how to do and be as loving as you, but you guys are amazing, so thank you so much. And there are people who are stepping up to help us go through this transition. So Kathy O'Rourke, Lucy, Dee, Ellen York, and Sally. And raise your hand if you volunteer to a transportation office, whatever, raise your hand if you're any type of a volunteer. Look at you all, look. Lucy, yes. Good, thank you. So thank you very much, we appreciate you. So Chuck wrote this poem, and you might have seen it in the February newsletter. Roll out of bed, brush my teeth, floss, make a good cuppa. Then my morning poem, open my laptop, type the title in bold caps, a pilot ready for takeoff. How are you? Adequate? That's it? Not enough. I read this and I cried for personal. And then I thought of the village. Because we need you guys. We need not to just be adequate, and we're not adequate. We're amazing. We're amazing. But we need you to participate in the activities. And if you don't like it, create one. We love you to create another one that you like, just like our Master Gardener people created theirs. Spread the word to your friends, and that's how we get a lot of village people. Support our outreach efforts. So we need you to do that. Next. So ask not what your village can do for you. Did we steal this? Oh, what's that word? I'm not supposed to say steal? Appropriate? I don't know. Ask what you can do for the village. Okay, next. So, what we'd like, and Dick, I know you're here somewhere. I saw you. There you go. He's hiding. There you go. Dick has asked that we collate, I guess, information for y'all, because we know each of you have a lot of wonderful skills. So next, what we'd like you to do is think about, do you have skills? Are you a doctor, a nurse, or somebody in the health profession? Can you take photographs of the meetings that you're in? Just send it to us, to me and Rosen, so we can put it somewhere in the website or the newsletter. Are you a writer? Are you an editor? Do you like to interview? Can you write cards to us? I loved getting those birthday cards from the village in Howard, and I appreciate Judy Pittman for writing them, but we need people to help write some of those cards. Are you clerical? I like to type. I make mistakes, but I like to do that. Do you like to do that too? Or just writing? Anyhow, we need office volunteers, social workers, counselors. Next. So on your piece of paper, there's a little survey. If you would put your name and put what you were in your other life, whatever you did in your other life, like I was a counselor and a childbirth instructor, and then write down some of your skills. Kate was writing some things down, like she said she's administrative and clerical, and she can do spreadsheets. So put down some of those things, and then Dick said we're gonna put it together in Excel and be able to look at some of our skills. Are you a poet? Are you a writer? You know, any of those things we need. Ex-musician. In addition, what we want on the bottom of that is either in here in the village, you might want to be a board of director who has some of these skills. Marketing skills like Marion, finance skills like Dick, real estate skills like Carol Hess. If you have some of those skills, some of you here, but you might have people in the neighborhood that you know might be a good candidate to be a board of directors for us. We don't have to be just village people. So if you know some of them, I know it took me a while to think about it, you can write it down here, and I will also send out a link that Kate made up for Google Docs that you can fill out some other information. But if you would do that for us, we'd appreciate it. Laura?
Where do we have that piece of paper?
It's a half piece of white paper. If not, I have some extras behind me. I'll get you some more. Okay, next. All right, and now I'm going to turn this over to Miss Marcia about the program survey that you have. Thank you very much.
I need my pad. Allowed to stand here. We had some response. More than 2,000 people responded because all of our IT people put the survey on the website. I'm talking about the yellow piece of paper you have. The program committee organized this kind of questionnaire for you. It can be anonymous. We were interested just in polling and understanding what you'd like to do best as far as in-person, Zoom, or, gee, I can't get to either and I like those YouTubes. Everybody who's here, have you participated in any events that were ever put out by TVIH? Did you ever show up at anything? Anything? This meeting? Okay. Kate is celebrating a special and an important birthday, and they got out of town, and that's why she's not here. Now, she did provide these two slides. I liked this one very much. And the second one, I learned something from this pie chart. Wow. We were looking at people who said, I'm going to do stuff for you. Expressing interest, I take that as a yes. It was only 17% among the 2,000 people who responded already. But that 17% turns out to be notable because those are the ones, while that's a sample of who's already doing it, then I looked at helping in a limited, expressing interest, already doing it, helping in a limited way. But when you add on to that, the people, let's see, the purple and the green. Oh, does it say? Yeah. Okay. In a limited way, and the purple. When you add all that together, all of a sudden, it's another 35%. So that if 35% of the people of the 24, gee, maybe we've got 35% of people sitting here to be added to that. I'm trying to encourage you to step forward because I think you've noticed that everything you go to, everything that happens, somebody who is a member made it. And the program committee approves and helps deliver. But it's put on by people who are willing and able to organize it. That's your yellow piece of paper, as I say, anonymous, and we'd be very happy if you would do them while you're here, and I'm going to scoop them up and analyze them with Kate.
I do want to share, I talked to a social worker from the Maryland Department of Aging, and she said, oh, you know, those 50-plus centers, they provide programs, but I don't care about those. What I like is that seniors take their own responsibility in making the programs, and that's why she loves the Village in Howard. So you have an opportunity to do this, and that's what makes our group special, and we all really appreciate you. So thank you very much. Next, Miss Marion. another Energizer Bunny, Joy.
Well, I've only been a member since this summer, but it occurred to me that there needed to be perks for our members. Not advertising, not endorsements of businesses, but vetted businesses that would give some kind of accommodation to us. So to give you a taste of it, there's goodie bags in the back with 3 different gift certificates. One is for an IT service that will give you 30 minutes free consultation on the phone for any mobile phone issues like Fran has or computer issues that I always have. And he's patient and he's kind and he's not gonna put his hand in your pocket. I also have for us $40 off at Ace Ace Handyman Service. So if you have a handyman come to your house, you'll get $40 off. And the third one is a wonderful woman named Dawn Conley who does facials. $10 off a facial, $10 off of her other services. I have 23 offers so far. We're going to be rolling them out, 23 different merchants or vendors or providers who will give us something special just for being members. I wanted to keep it really simple. All you need to know to access these perks is TVIH, the secret code.
Got it? Got what it is?
And everybody's got that. And what I'd really like is if people would reach out to me and let me know what services you would like to see that would give a discount or something free or something extra just for our members. And I'll go get them. Same thing with sponsors. If you can identify your bank or somebody else that you think might be good at sponsoring, I have no problems going to ask for the money. And did you want me to talk about prom?
Go ahead, say it.
Okay. We have I want y'all to save the date. June the 4th, from 7 to 10 at the Meeting House, we are going to have a senior prom. Tom Benjamin and the Challenged Messengers have already agreed. They are going to be our entertainment that night. Amazingly, I've had 30 different young men and or grown men who have volunteered to escort our solo agers, or for those of us like me who have a husband who would just as soon stay at home and watch TV. There's going to be probably photo booth, and I won't talk about it now, but there's going to be a way to get outfits and get a free lunch on Nordstrom's, so for men and women both. And I need a prom committee. So far, everybody on my prom committee has been volunteered without their knowledge or their previous consent. So please come see me afterwards, or I've got my phone number listed in the directory. You can just call me. I take phone calls day and night, and I'd love to work with you. And I'm really excited about some of the other things, but we're not going to bore you with lots of stuff today.
Okay, so this is the next part. What we're going to do is we have some little prizes for people, and you have numbers on your tags, right? So, if I need, Mary, I need you to give me a number between 1 and 15 so we can give our first present. Give me a number between 1 and 15. 3. Who has number 3? Anyone have number 3? Give me another number. Give me another. 3. Do you have 3? Oh, Freudis. Freudis, do you have it? Okay, give this to Freudis, please. All right, Freudis got it. Number 3. Okay, next, I need numbers between 16 and 30. Pick a number between, Cheryl, give me 16 and 30. Give me a number.
27.
27. Who is number 27? Oh, no, is it her? Okay. Give me this one. All right, there you go. It's all right, it's different. She did it. It's okay. All right, now I need a number between 31 and 45. Lily, give me a number between 30, what did I say, 31 and 45. Give me a number, any number.
38.
Give me a number.
38.
38? Is that you, Judy? Who's 38? 38. Who's 38? I'll leave it. Christine Novo, here you go. Okay, what do I do? All right, 60, between 60 and 74. Give me a number, Laura. Yeah, no, you're not allowed to give your own.
45 to 60.
What, 60 and 74, give me a number.
You missed from 45 to 60.
No, you don't.
Oh, I didn't do 45 to 50 yet? All right, I'm sorry, do 46 to 60. 46 to 60, Laura. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. What number? 51. Who's 51? Sally Parker. All right, we'll give to Sally. And the last, 61. Now, I understand we really have 82 people. So this one, I don't know if you know what it is. Pick a number. Is that Richard? Pick a number between 61 and 80, believe it or not. 79. Who's 79? Irene, are you here? All right. Anyhow, all right. Let's see the next slide. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have lots of food that we want to let you eat. We have the goodie bags. We'd like you to fill out your forms, okay, and I'll put them on the back and collect them. One question. If there are not enough goodie bags, please call Marion, okay? But we want to thank you very much, and we hope you had a good time, okay?